What's up, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. Les Alex here with Jake in the booth. We've got Roman, our #1 seed, on Dimir Midrange against Adrian on Crabs. He's our 8th seed, barely snuck in on Breakers, but hey, it counts. He had a weird draw early in the tournament, and that's why he was able to sneak in. But yeah, we've got a Siren and what is that? A land of some description on Adrian's side.
The green-blue fast land. This entire tournament was just rife with weird typers. Standard decks either kill you by turn 4, or we're going to play for 65 minutes, and maybe one of us will have fun.
Or we'll both be miserable, right?
Exactly.
So yeah, we've had a great tournament. We started at 10 a.m. It is 3:28. We're starting top 8. I feel like the tournament has been run very well by our head judge, Stephen Hagen, and TO, our very own, Impact's very own, Jeff Blyden.
What a guy.
So yeah, great job running the tournament. Hopefully, if you're joining us for the top 8 here and you have not been watching the rest of the tournament, thanks, welcome in. If you're watching on YouTube, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell icon, and set it to all. And of course, hit up impactgamingcenter.gg, where you can find a ton of Magic the Gathering singles and sealed product, whether you're building a cube, standard RCQ deck, or modern. We have it all in stock. Go check it out. All right.
So,
Commercial over.
you've obviously watched a bunch of standard decks today.
Oh, yeah.
A lot of matches. Have you seen this match yet? I imagine there's a small handful of Crabs players. There's a lot of Dimir players.
I think Adrian is the only. So yes, actually, because I think Vasilios is on blue-black.
Mid-range as well.
Yes.
I believe
So that was the exact matchup that tied earlier. So
I mean, he's meant like you have a mid-range deck versus a weird tempo control deck that is trying to stall the game out by drawing a bunch of cards and bouncing a bunch of things. The ability for Dimir to play a bunch of low-cost, highly effective threats probably puts them in a pretty good position in this matchup. I mean, I have really no idea. I wouldn't call myself a standard expert by any means, but Dimir is very good. But this Crabs decks are very redundant.
it's so wide.
They do so many things.
Yeah.
But Roman here has got the squad of fairies.
Yeah. 2 fairy masterminds is actually criminal.
Versus the deck that's playing beans, very good. Okay. Roman just keep crashing in here. I mean, Adrian's down to 12.
Returning from my hand? Yes.
Or, well, not 2 more, 14, because he just got bounced.
Yeah.
You took 15.
Yeah. 15. And as always, we refer to the players' life totals.
Go ahead.
They're keeping track a lot better than we are.
They know what's going on. We don't.
We've got a ton of things, obviously, on the back end, responding to Twitch chat, things of that nature. But yeah, if you're watching on Twitch, make sure to follow. Shout out to Waterboarder, Emma. Thanks to Rigil, the 73 for the bits. Thanks to Ilcash. We appreciate all those follows and bits and subscribers.
Before you declare temperatures.
What we got here? We got a crab. Here's
Eddie. It's Eddie.
Little Eddie Merck. You know, back in 73, Eddie Merck
oh my gosh,
was the quarterback for the Crabs Academy.
it's Joe Montana.
No, that's Eddie Merck.
Eddie Merck. Eddie Mercury.
Whoa.
Eddie Murphy. What are we talking about here? Anyways, we've already lost the plot.
Well, Eddie got to go for the throat, so he's not sticking around that long. Eddie got sidelined, you know.
Yeah, that's a pretty bad way to go out.
Getting got in the throat. Crabs don't even have throats, do they?
I mean, you can make an argument.
I guess they technically. I mean, it's a giant. I don't know. Magic's a weird game.
Go for it.
Well, are you excited to attack Eddie into Spider-Man later this year?
When Spider-Man uses Web Slinger and taps down my Shrek, I'm so
Shrek.
Oh, Eddie's back.
He's back.
I mean, this is the power of this deck. I mean, if the nice thing is Adrian has not played a beans.
Yeah.
Which we're gonna get Kaido in here. So Kaido is going to.
Returning this to your hand.
Kaido is when they become, or Spyglass Tower is becoming a Kaido.
Letter Rip said, I use Krusty Krab to counter it. Exactly.
The Krabby Patty Super formula. Actually, that's a face down card.
Yeah, right.
End of your turn. I'm going to cast this town ain't big enough to bounce this.
This town ain't big enough. Gonna bounce that. Gonna bounce
Yeah,
Eddie
Eddie.
back to hand.
Another big town for Adrian. The problem is if he can't figure out a way to get past all these. Well, okay, so we bounced all the creatures, and now we're gonna finally play the beans.
Yeah, I mean, Adrian really doesn't have any like.
Well, without up the beanstalk, Adrian's just gonna play a bunch of bounce target creatures on creatures out of flash, and that usually doesn't tend
Well,
to lead to very good strategies.
yeah, and Adrian doesn't have any like real removal. It's just like It's like a bunch of unsummons.
Yeah, I mean, this green blue doesn't usually get either. You're going to be bouncing or fighting. Like there's no in between. On
Yeah, that's true. There's a couple bushwhacks. So
You for 3.
Kaido getting into the red zone. Adrian down to 8.
we are both players playing at a breakneck speed too.
By this point in the tournament,
Bin, draw.
you're looking to win and go home.
Yeah, that's fair. Been here
So-
since 10. These players are likely, obviously hungry. Both players were just eating.
Adrian had his Jimmy John's right on the table before we turned camera on, talking to his opponent with a mouthful of sandwich.
Yeah, and Roman has there's
Some
a
Chinese food.
Chinese restaurant right next door, and I was like, "What is that delectable smell?" All right, there's Siren. We're gonna map it up.
Yeah, having to take one, not take or ping himself from the Underground River, what it was called. I always think that card's Underground Sea, and it's definitely not that card because that card's
No.
worth a lot of money.
Return it.
Yep.
To my hand.
All right, little unsummon action.
That's fine.
Gonna fizzle one of the
Blood
maps.
Maw, yeah.
9 cards. I can discard the hand size.
Oh,
We'll go
What are we discarding here?
Mastermind and Drowner.
Okay.
Mastermind Drowner, no removal spells. I mean, Roman's just gonna keep playing out these dudes, and they're gonna keep getting bounced. So
looks like Roman does have a cut down in hand, maybe.
he had 3 fairy masterminds, I think, and I debatably the
Oh yeah, 2
Drowners.
cut downs.
The Drowner's probably the worst one in this scenario. Like fairy masterminds is gonna draw you cards when Adrian draws beans. So, but Roman is pretty cut on lands here. That's one of the big things. These standard decks. I mean, when I played
They're
standard,
greedy.
I don't know. I mean, when you played standard, like back in the day,
I've played 30 lands in a deck before, so I'm
Yeah.
probably not the best person.
I mean, but a lot of these for a long time, standard decks played like pretty close 23, 24 every single deck.
Yeah,
Some of these standard decks are on 26, 25 lands, which is, I mean, it's a 1 or 2 difference, but and the amount of lands you draw in a game is way higher.
well, also, the lands nowadays are way better than they
That is
used to
very
be.
true. They are significant. They do things. They're not just 3 or just like guild gates.
Yeah, right. Like gain 1 life or whatever. Interstap, gain a life.
Yeah, the good old cons gain a life lands.
Fan of 27. I've played. That's usually how many lands I play in my decks. But I'm always playing like Esper control, Azorius control, Dimir control.
He was on tap.
So you need 27. Man, Hagen laying down the law. I hear him.
You can hear them in the background.
I will cast this. Trigger.
Here comes another Eddie.
So draw a card.
Draw a card off of.
Roman has
The
no responses to.
Yeah, cut down knock rate against Eddie.
Cast this.
No.
Oh,
There's a terror.
yeah.
Card up the terror.
Now Adrian's cooking.
Another Seed of Hope. 2 more beans, I think.
Go for it.
Kind of wild that Eddie Merkreb doesn't have like ward or something. It's very vanilla-y, but just good enough to see play in these decks.
Yeah. This is like a cheap deck. Like $60 maybe, $50.
Not anymore. The
the talent.
Otter Talent's $20 now.
Oh wow, really? It went
Yeah,
up
that card has
much?
exploded in price. I'm sure. I mean, everything else is pretty cheap.
It's
Tear and Terror might be $1 or $2.
You could probably buy all these cards
okay,
on
go for it.
ImpactGamingCenter.gg. Just saying.
Whoa.
Product placement. Yeah, those cut downs are looking really unfortunate.
Unfortunately, Eddie Merck's Crab's power toughness is above 5 or at 5 for just one of the numbers. So
yeah,
cut
right.
down.
It's a 5-0. No.
For ninjas.
Yeah, sounds good.
So we're gonna take up Kaido.
So that makes him what, a 4 or 5?
Yeah.
Kaido's a bigger dude. It's kind of a cool tick up on the card.
Yeah, I like it.
I love the way the Kaido's designed. Like, if we're gonna cut the number of planeswalkers that we're gonna see in every set, I want the ones you make to be really, really cool.
Yeah. And different.
Yep.
Like it definitely has like Gideon vibes,
End of your turn.
which is crazy that a blue-black
Seed of-
planeswalker has
Yes.
Gideon vibes, but
Looking into.
Seed of Hope.
9.
Get the one.
Grabs the land. These crab decks have started to play some amount of black for like hard removal because the infinite number of bounce spells was not good enough to plow through the echelon of massive creatures in standard right now.
This guy fight.
Yeah, unfortunately for Adrian, he's playing black cards in the sideboard, basically.
Okay, so
Some,
he has
some Go
2
for the
points of damage.
Throats, Anoint with Afflictions, Nowhere to Runs, things like
And
that.
then
A Swamp,
I'm
even.
going to go to combat.
Before combat.
Sure.
What is that?
That's the Fae. You get
Oh,
two
you
on
get
ones
two
and you
fairies
tap it, dude.
I guess it's a cool card. I have
Yeah, it's a
I
one
lost,
of.
I lost that card a bunch in the draft format.
Yeah, I believe it's a one of. Fae Bloom, something or the other.
Yeah. I'll,
Oh wow. Okay, so actually, Roman's playing 3 Fae Bloom chicks.
That's pretty cool. Powerful card.
And gonna go ahead and play up the beanstalk.
Give them the beans, boys. That card's so
Adrian
cracked.
pretty good on the board here, but he's fairly lower on life.
Eddie Merc grab, draw 2.
Sure.
Good old Eddie Merck.
I'll tap those down.
Tap them down.
All right. Go for it.
Beans,
Beans
is in standard.
It is in standard and it is not banned. So
It's also in Pioneer, not banned. I think that
I will flush this guy.
it shouldn't be in standard. I think Beans is way too good of a magic card.
Oh, that's
That card, there's so many ways. Wizards' favorite thing is to make a cool card and then make it just too good by a little bit.
yep.
Like if Bean said, if you would pay 5 or more mana for a spell, draw a card, I think that would be cool. Or
Yeah.
don't have a draw when it enters if you're going to keep it the same way. Like it didn't need to.
It kind of did. It'd be pretty unplayable, I think, otherwise.
With the number of large cost spells that get
Okay.
discounted, there's so many. Into the red zone.
We have 2 Kaido emblems.
7.
So Kaido is a 5/6.
Big boy.
It's a large ninja. Not super stealthy
I'll
anymore.
try that.
Yeah, right.
Unsummoned.
Actual factual unsummoned, too.
6, 5, 6.
So,
Go to 3.
Mountain Lightning Strike.
Um,
I would not see it coming.
That would be crazy.
That would be
Funny guy
insane.
Adrian here with the jokes.
He won a game earlier where he was at 2 life and had 2 cards left in his library. So
Wow.
Adrian has faced some adversity today.
Won a St. Louis best.
Combat.
What do we got? You got any flip hits? Floody boys?
That's very mastermind.
Very mastermind.
How How so? It depends with your lanes. Okay. All right. So can I swing now?
Yeah, go ahead.
Adrian's like, can I attack now?
Can I put my? Can I turn my 5/5 sideways?
Declare blockers and then flash this.
Eddie Merck.
And I'm going to draw 2 cards up to Beanstalk. This result.
Yep.
Kaido's not a creature right now, right?
15.
I'm gonna flash in Fairy Instrument.
Take 15.
And this is still before
Yes.
blocks are declared.
Yeah, before blocks are declared. Adrian's trying to pull it out here. Can he? I don't know what's in his hand.
14.
Oh, is that
Um,
the fight card? Is that an instant?
No, bushwhack is most definitely a sorcery.
Okay.
I will block.
okay.
Take 10.
10. Yep, you go.
Take 10. Go to 5.
10 down to 5. Holy moly!
Last step.
Yep.
Super. And then I will.
I think what's funny is that this
ahead
crab deck plays
and-
like no green creatures. It's only blue ones.
Yeah.
The blue creatures are better than green ones these days.
Which is insane.
Is green one of the worst colors in Magic now? Which is
Or-
wild because
The Beanstalk is still really
I mean,
good,
that
right?
card's good, but
I'm going to cast this.
there are so many like green cards that are just they read really well but perform so poorly
And I will pass you.
versus the like red cards, which every red card today happens to be just amazing.
Yeah, that's
And they finally got around to printing some good white ones.
green makes mana, but other colors cheat on mana. Yeah, that's fair.
That's a good analogy, sir.
I assume Adrian has something, right? I mean, he's gonna at the very. He's only got 2 off
So
this attack. If
he's got a Beans, a Seed of Hope, which is I don't know if that card's an instant.
Okay.
But I think we're just gonna crash in here with some big dudes.
Go to blocks. Block here. And then before damage, I'm going to cast Seed of Hope.
it is.
Dope. Yeah, well, Adrian's figuring things out for us.
Response.
Okay.
In response, Roman's got things.
I'm going to Kaito in Sligas.
Oof.
Ooh.
That's rough.
So I take 5
5.
still. Oh, no, because
you take
it's actually more, yeah,
Yeah.
because he's a ninja. Yep, you got it. Game 2.
Yeah, game 2.
What up? Wow.
Roman gonna take game 1 here.
What a absolutely absurd, like
Yeah.
way to end the game there, where just both players are flashing things in, and Roman had the last laugh.
Yeah, that was pretty rough for Adrian there. But yeah, thanks everybody for joining us. We've got Roman and Adrian here. Roman obviously up a game after that really nail biter. So we got Roman, got some negates, some duress, Witch's Vanity, Ghost Vacuum, Anoint with Affliction, Malicious Eclipse, Blot Out, and Tashini's Tidebinder. And for this,
Shauna's.
look at this. On the
Adrian.
regular piece of
He
paper.
probably scribbled it on a piece of paper on his way here.
Adrian's my favorite.
Love Adrian.
One go. We got Go for the Throat, the Swarm Weaver, Anoint with Affliction, Nowhere to Run, Swamp, Tear Asunder, Keen-Eyed Curator, Shrouded Shepherd, Minor Misstep,
Whoa.
Gate, Paw Patch, and Tashani's Tidebinder.
Shauna's.
Tashani, I call it. Look, I'm riffing here. Anyways,
They pay you?
they do. They do pay me. Anyways, so yeah, let's take a look at let's look at this one.
See the other top 8 tables. While we were watching this event, Vasilius has never actually seen this before, and he's like, "This is wild." So in our top 8 tables, we got Vasilios and Ben, Steven and Alan, and then Roman and Adrian at
Yep.
the feature table.
So blue black mid range,
Yeah,
mono
Ben-
red on green black mid range is what Alan's playing.
Steven is, I think, also on Dimir.
I think he's on Esper.
Esper. Oh, the Esper Pixie.
Yeah. And then we have our current feature match, Dimir and Krabs. So pretty
Pretty diverse.
pretty diverse metagame, but also like for a St. Louis. Well, we're in Fairview Heights, but you know, St. Louis Metro East.
Yeah.
It's a pretty stacked top 8. Alan's a very good player. Been playing for a very long time. Steven seems like he top 8s every RCQ. Ben, of course, just
Impacts.
super solid impact player. And then, yeah, Vasilios is incredible.
Yep.
And then the 2 players. I'm not familiar with Roman, but he's been playing tight, and he's the top seed. And, of course, Adrian's a good player as well. So, yeah, it's a pretty stacked top 8.
Good old St. Louis special. There's a lot of good, like a lot of, when I think of like St. Louis Magic players, there's a lot of the guys that like that first come to my mind of like the like the core of St. Louis.
Oh, and then you and
Johnny.
Johnny. What was Johnny playing?
Johnny was on Eddie's.
Okay,
Crab
yeah, that
Skull.
makes sense. He won our standard showdown, our
Yep.
store championship with Krabs. So, and what are you playing?
I'm playing Green White Cage.
Oh yeah, that's right. We had you on camera.
Yeah, round 1 where we had a massive board state.
Yeah, that was insane.
It was a great time.
All right, let's get back down to the feature match table. Roman up a game. Adrian going to be on the play. All right, we are ready to go.
Okay, slide in.
Sleight of Hand, the RCQ promo from last year. Literally, yeah, last year.
Go
Wow,
for it.
life comes at you fast.
No idea what 2 snakes intertwining means for sleight of hand, but hey, you know, interpretation, it's art.
Yeah, right.
Do you think in Aether Drift we will get
Yavimaya Coast and
the remainder of the Verges?
I certainly hope so.
I hope so. I'm going to be honest. If they print the rest of the Verges in Cons 2, I will be actively upset.
Yeah, me too.
I want some.
You
cool-
are a Magic player, so that's
Well, I'm also the probably one of the biggest Cons fanboys in this world.
what do you think? What land base do you think you're going to get in cons? You're not going to.
So I don't. It depends what they do with the story because there's no clans anymore. They're the dragons. So, but they already did the cycle of lands that you would expect with like, because red, like we already have the ally colors. You need to print the enemy colors, but none of the dragons on Tarkir
Our enemy.
line up with the enemy colors.
Let me cast
So
slide in.
Maybe they'll just do like Glacial Fortress and all those like.
I will
generic-
cry.
They're not
Wizards-
going to. Do you think they're not going to do fetches and stuff?
Mark Rosewater, if you're listening to this, if you put check lands in Cons 2, I'm going to write you a very strongly worded letter.
All right. I thought I was going to have to get my bleep out.
Uh,
Have to mute you.
Whoa.
Yeah, it works.
Here's a big snake. Holy.
I also have a
yeah.
bleep button here.
Okay, I'm done.
Don't abuse that.
Okay.
They pay you?
They do. They do, in fact.
So we got a terror out.
They pay me the
Adrian's-
medium bucks.
Yep. Fine.
There's a land. Into the red zone with the Flyers.
15.
Adrian down to 15.
Go ahead.
What? What does Adrian need here? I mean, besides just playing more things, like maybe a fight spell. I don't know. We saw a negate in Roman's hand, so I don't know what
Yeah, go ahead.
I don't know what the sideboard plan for Adrian is for blue black. I mean, I imagine there is one. I just have no idea what it is. I'm not that familiar with the standard deck sideboard plans. 2 mana. We're going with another.
Another one.
Resolve.
Did he side the beans out?
take
Is
one.
that a question?
Perfect. I'm gonna cast Storm Chaser's Talent.
There's the otters.
Yeah, look, we're going to see Havoc.
Where's the
And
negate?
oh, the negate.
Go for
We're
it.
not going to get to see Havoc, which is his token.
Adrian down to 14. Hit a pain off of Yavimaya Coast.
There's the fountain.
I think they're talking about me out there somewhere.
Talking that schmack.
Like, what is this guy playing? I don't know. He's playing some green-white dudes.
Yeah, right. They're definitely talking about you because they're talking about Teamer.
Oh, at least they know.
Yep.
The
Okay.
213. Oh, oh no.
Do you have to pay any life for that or anything? Blue. Okay. All right. Yep.
There's a kitty cat.
So
The turn that the Dimir deck is going to play the cat is massive. Like as we watched in the last of the Swiss with Chris and who was it? Alan.
Yeah.
Like the turn that Chris played the cat, Vasilios out there went like, this game's over. Like when the cat gets to connect, it's massive.
Oh,
And
yeah.
I think one of the best ways to deal with this, what Adrian did, was just unsummon it.
all right.
Just put it back in your hand. Roman down to 5. So if Roman's going to have to deal with these terrors, which is going to be very difficult because they have Ward 2, and unfortunately nowhere to run.
Nearly impossible to deal with both
Yeah.
of them, at least this turn.
Unless they make blue-black Maelstrom Pulse. Don't print that, Wizards.
Please do. That would be so sick.
Siren.
There's the Siren.
Gonna get a map.
Combat.
Uh-huh.
2.
You got it.
Go ahead.
All right.
5 to 9.
Uh-oh. Adrian has done this all off 3 lands, and I'm kind of mad about that.
I'm gonna go ahead and cast Analyze the Pollen.
I love
Not
that card.
doing the collecting thing. Just going to get a win. Yep.
Gonna grab a land.
Basic. Specifically.
Okay.
Yeah, this is the choke point here for Adrian. He needs mana.
I'm gonna get a swamp. I'm gonna play this one.
And there's the sideboarded in swamp. Hot.
Wow.
Hot.
I mean, Analyze the Pollen's really cool. I like that card. I think Collect Evidence, I mean, it's just kicker, right? Like, it's just a different
Jeez.
form of kicker, which is just what it is.
You could give him -1/-1.
Your creatures.
Your creatures get -1.
Wow. Is that a white card? Is it a main white card? Like, is that a white-black card? I don't even know what that card is.
That will result.
Okay. So all you do is get my swamp.
There goes the birds.
That dies. It's a 2-1.
What's a 2/1?
This.
Oh, I'm sorry.
And there's the
Adrian's like, yeah, that's dead too.
Go to combat.
I will flash in Flood for the Sprouter, and I will tap this guy.
Do you pay the ward?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
Flip Pitch Runner gets eaten by a snake.
Yeah.
So Roman has 2 Enduring Curiosities to go for the throat and a Shauna's Tidebinder. So he can deal with one of the terrors right now, thanks to the go for the throat. The other one's not going to untap this next turn, so he can build something out of this,
Yeah.
but it's got to be good. And I don't think more Chumpers is the answer.
Ward.
Adrian's like, Ward.
Snake goes to the graveyard.
Doesn't untap.
Snake does not turn the other
Man,
way.
these have been close games.
Yeah.
Yavimaya Coast, go.
No idea what he has in hand. Go for the throat. This town ain't big enough, and
Ghost Vacuum way too late here.
oh yeah, Ghost Vacuum is not. I don't like. I think it's a fine card. Like, I don't even know in this matchup. Like, your opponent's milling 2 to 4 cards off the mill effects is eating one of them a turn going to be fast enough to keep up with it. I don't know if that card's that good in this matchup.
I don't know. It if you can get it turn 1, it in the other match that we saw Adrian, it was really good. But
Okay. I'm not saying that I know the answer to that. It's just like to me it doesn't seem that good, but I mean I would love to be wrong here.
yeah, there's a Ghost Vacuum. Smoke him if you got him, I suppose. And then now we've got Tidebinder and some
Go to combat.
Endurings.
Go ahead.
Here comes the snack.
Make a fish.
Make a
Make you
fish.
Is it an
fish.
artifact?
It's a blue fish token creature.
Okay, before you block, I'll just kill it.
All right, go for the throw. Gonna
Oh,
win
we're
the
going to
game.
game 3.
Game number 3.
Wow.
What a game.
Both of these matches have come down to like the last handful of game actions,
Oh yeah.
which is
Really loves
wild.
game
Like
three
this
on
is
Karen.
some like I have a love-hate relationship with this standard, but when you got to do cool stuff, that does feel good.
Absolutely.
And
Absolutely.
a lot of these decks do really cool stuff.
So it's got like a
You just kind of have to like play in your lanes, which is kind of always standards thing.
What are they looking at?
Cyberpunk 2077 type shit. Or type stuff.
Type stuff. That's right.
Adrian. Beep.
You just make it. We can make it sound like they're cursing a lot.
How's your day going?
Oh no.
Oh boy.
Oh, I guess that one doesn't work.
How many do you have?
That's like the only one that
I
works.
got one that works.
Alright, sounds good.
All right. Well, we got the beep at least. I got a pause, alarm.
Don't
Drum
don't
beat?
use the
I think
sound-
drum-
Don't use the soundboard. Come on.
No.
Unplug your headset.
All right.
Because I saw you draw an intro.
I do 6 and then I was like, oh shit.
All right. Let's get back down there. These people don't want to see us. All righty. Game number 3. Game 3. The best 2 words in Magic coverage. Game 3. Love to hear it.
This has not been too long of a game. Like
This has been pretty adequately. That's the thing. Today's kind of flown by, honestly.
which is wild because, like I said, standard X either kill you by turn 6 or we're playing for 50, like the whole round.
Like aside from Adrian's draw with Vasilios,
Alright.
your turn round 1 was the longest.
I believe it.
But all right, here we go. Dark Slick Shores pass back to Adrian.
Storm Chaser.
Ooh, okay.
Look at the nodder.
Yeah, we get to see
Go for it.
We're not getting cut down. That's a Porygon. That's a
that a
Japanese Porygon.
there's Siren. Map it up.
Crack it on the Birdman. It's a Tidebinder. What is Tidebinder doing here?
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't think that card's doing. I mean, you can counter Eddie's ETB, but besides that, it's not doing a whole lot. That card is so sick, though. Shauna Sidebinder is such a greatly designed card.
4 damage.
That's a total U card too.
Oh, 100%.
I'm gonna resolve it.
I've been letting a
Whoa.
buddy borrow Jeskai Wizards for FNMs,
How
We
is
got
the-
to
and he's
Lion
been having
Terror.
a blast.
Yeah,
Alright,
yeah.
got
No,
this.
that deck's sweet.
go for it.
All right, Tolarian Terror in hand. Yeah, get over. There is a winter storm coming in, so as Hobbs says in chat, gotta get out of here before.
Hobbs,
this.
I think I finally figured out my standard.
Oh, Spell Stutter gonna
So-
counter the Tolarian
Oh,
I'm
Terror.
going to be a lot happier playing standard. Let's see what this weather looks like.
Yeah,
Not until 7. We got a little bit.
ooh, 7. Okay.
Sleight of hand.
Sleight of hand. All right.
The real side of hand is when Adrian pulls out a card from under his sleeve. and
Oh no.
This. Go for it.
I want an unset where that's like one of the cards in a sleight of hand. If you're able to cheat a card into your hand, you get something.
Okay.
That cheaty face.
Is that a card? I mean, I know it's a card. I know what it does.
It's an unset. If you can cheat it onto play,
Oh, that's right.
free or whatever, yeah. But if you
Fun
get
bit.
caught, it dies or whatever.
That's so fun. I love unsets, except when they,
Passes.
put them in constructive standard. They shouldn't do that.
Going to-
Here comes back the Porygon.
So Sheeny Time Biter.
Gonna counter the ETB. Gonna counter the level 1. So that doesn't turn off the enchantment because Tidebinder only works on artifacts.
Yeah, it just counters the
Yeah,
actual.
artifacts, planeswalkers, and creatures.
Combat.
It counters the thing, but it doesn't shut off. Which again, it's like such a cool thing.
Eddie.
Here comes Eddie.
In response,
Eddie was actually his prom
Oh my
prom
god.
king of his high school.
I bet he was.
Oh, but he's getting blotted out.
Blotted out.
Oh,
Word.
it's exile. Target opponent. Targeting you.
Oh.
Adrian, you do not have ward.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Horde? That's great.
And
Sure.
percentage.
That happens. I'm okay with that.
All right.
He said Ward.
Ward, you don't have ward.
I will swing for 5.
5. Down to 10.
For 2 to 10.
It's going to be a barn burner here at the end.
Go for it.
We're racing towards the finale.
What we got here? I'm pretty sure I saw a small hand, like a small amount of go for the throats. And
That's what
Roman's
Roman
hand.
needed. Roman needed a land.
Yeah. The Dimir deck, once it gets about 4 to 6 lands, is pretty content there.
I give it
17.
17.
Yeah.
Another one. Go for the throat.
We're going to bounce. Oh,
The gate! Ooh!
Roman does have another go for the throat in hand. We're going to
That
bounce.
ain't big enough.
So in response to the second go for the throat, I'll bounce this and this.
Yep, and he's going to get another
Oh, you can bounce your own thing? 2 of your own things? That's so good. Oh, I like card. I hate that card.
Card's so good.
Oh my gosh, it's too much value.
Go
Porygon?
for it.
Yeah.
It's back.
It's a 1/1 otter. Ooh, there's a negate drawn. That's pretty good. Wait, does he have another go for the throat in his hand? Oh my
I told
god.
you he had a small handful.
He's got like 3 though. He had 3. Curiosity.
Uh-oh, kitty cat.
I took 1 last turn from my.
Oh, from your hand. Yeah. So,
But I'm flashing you simple 4 damage, so you'll take 3 and you
Yep.
go to 14. I'll draw a card. That's right.
cast this.
Bean.
Give him the beans, boys.
This negate in Roman's hand is not going to be able to deal with good old Eddie Merck, though.
And prowess.
Prowess trigger.
This Dimir deck has been super good for me. It's what I will probably play when I start playing Standard again.
I'm
Yeah,
going to cast this prowess.
it's really good.
Target that and this. And
Sorry, how are you casting that?
it costs, with these, it costs 3 less if I target one of the things I control.
Right, so how are you casting that? With what mana, sorry?
This 2. These 2 mana. So 1 and 2.
You just cast another spell, what was it? Did you cast this one? Okay.
So
It's always good to have clear communication. I like
Yeah,
as much as you might be rolling your eyes at this. Player communication is so important.
Oh, yeah.
It's better that you clear this up now than go through a couple game actions and
13.
mess something up.
yeah, no, totally.
So I'll play this again. Prowess. Yep. Another dude.
Get another
Another
otter.
Nope.
So I
Well,
will
I
look
don't
at
even
3.
know what that is.
It's a Pokemon waifu. I forget who it is, but
It should be 4 because I have 3 prowess.
Get these
triggers,
off my
right?
game board.
Can you miss triggers?
I announced all of them. I just said the wrong number.
You also don't have to announce prowess, right, until
I did.
damage,
I said
correct?
Beanstalk, prowess, Storm Chasers, prowess, this time, prowess.
yeah, you only have to announce it when it's relevant.
So
To the
go
damage. So he didn't miss them.
This is gonna get good. Go for it.
They could have called a judge if it was really a problem, but you don't have to announce them until the damage is relevant. Same with Tarmogoyf too. Like you don't have to tell your opponent's power and toughness of Goyf at all.
Unless they ask.
Yes. If they ask, you have to figure it out.
Cards in hand.
Is 3.
Yeah, prowess doesn't need to be announced.
Yep.
Basilios is talking something back there. I don't know what he
Yeah.
said, but he can.
Go ahead.
He's
We're spying on him.
He's talking about Commander.
I agree with you, Basilios. Commander is the worst format.
Oh my gosh. It's too funny.
I'm going to cast this prowess. So draw a card.
Draws a card. I can't hear him that well, but,
I can't hear what he's saying exactly.
but he is going off. There's a terror.
Draw. Draw.
Oh my gosh, Bean's just putting so many cards in Adrian's hand.
Yeah, this deck literally never runs out of cards, unless it actually runs out of cards.
If you don't draw Beans, then you just I think you can fizzle
sure.
out.
Yeah, of course, but
Go to combat.
as long as Beans is on the board, Beans is on the board.
Yep. Okay. So you take 2. Yep.
There's the third go for the throat. Maybe that's the fourth. Is that the fourth
I
one?
think it's
Is that there's something under the gate or the?
It's dead. So,
It all looks like I think no.
no, I don't think
That's
so.
the third one.
I will pass you.
Port. What are we doing?
Yeah.
Okay. End of your turn. I'm going to cast
Let's pick your hand up, Adrian.
trigger.
Eddie.
So I'll draw 2. And no targets. Right. There we go.
Oh wow, we're getting down to it. It's gonna be so close.
Yeah.
Go to combat.
Combat
8 seed beating the 1 seed is pretty
Comes a
epic.
cat. Does Adrian have a bounce spell?
Before
He has an Eddie.
Yeah, Adrian. So Hobbs says Adrian announcing everything out of spite now,
again.
and that's gonna
There's
be
the
it.
handshake.
Yeah, Adrian gonna beat Roman here. 8 seed beating the 1 seed. Wow.
Oh, well, it's good that we got the money already, but
No, we type 8
Alright.
that decided to split. So
sorry about the flat out thing.
Alrighty. I don't know why it zoomed in on me.
It's
How can I say the camera loves me?
board.
But we will zoom out,
Actually,
maybe of some description. Whatever.
not that
There we go.
there
There we. Oh no.
go.
Hold on. If I.
Yeah, I just put in.
Don't track. There we go.
Stack.
All right. Thank you, everybody, for watching. We've got the semifinals next up. And then, of course, the finals. So don't go anywhere if you're watching on Twitch. If you're watching on YouTube, make sure to like, comment, subscribe. And, of course, hit up our Twitch channel, twitch.tv/Impact Gaming Center. And no matter where you're watching, hit up impactgamingcenter.gg for all of your Magic the Gathering needs. We appreciate you. That was a crazy match.
That was a good one.
8 seed beating the 1 seed. Slaying the dragon. Adrian the Dragon Slayer. All right. Thank you all so much for joining us. For Jake, I'm
Hey.
Alex. We'll catch y'all in the next one.
See ya.
Adios.